Hey everybody, ASIC Eric here again, and we are getting ready to paint the trunk and the bottom of the car. I just got done putting the seam sealer in. It's this lovely shade of blue. Looks like I missed a spot there. We're going to hit that again. I used here this Fuser 123EZ. Oh, it works pretty nice. It says it's got a 10 to 15 minute work time, and I believe that. I was able to keep that on there for quite a while and didn't set up on me right away, so that was pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with how that stuff works. I expected it to be black. I've never seen a seam sealer that wasn't black. A funny color here, but anyway, what I did is I went back through all the places where I took seam sealer out. I did put a big glob of it in here inside this weld that I did because I know that was really ugly and I couldn't really grind it and treat it. The underside of the car, when I cleaned it, there wasn't any seam sealer anywhere under here that I saw, other than, you know, like back up in these corners here. But everywhere else, it was all pretty wide open. And I'm guessing the logic there is you don't want to trap water in the bottom of the car, so if it does manage to get down here, you want it to be able to drain out. But if you guys know differently, let me know. I can always put it on later. You know, scuff it up and put some more seam sealer in there. Here's the example of what I was talking about the aluminum oxide. It just keeps falling out of here. I spent another good hour cleaning this today, and it's still, there you can see here, this is all the crap that ended up in the paint that won't come out. It's really disappointing because, you know, I spent so much time trying to get this all beautiful and clean, and there's some really gnarly spots, especially in the trunk. I don't know if you can see them. The other car flipped the other way, it looks worse. But like up in here, let's see if I can zoom in on that. You can see all of that crap that got in the paint. Oh, primer. Oh, that's a good spot right there to see. It's really frustrating. After I had done all the sandblasting on the car before, I was able to mask off the outside of the car, or, you know, mask the inside, so all I was painting was the outside. So all that crap stayed in there when I was painting it, so it didn't all blow back out. And of course this time I'm painting the inside of the car. So, you know, up inside here, stuff's blowing out, you know, from just everywhere. You know, I can sit here and blow this off right now and nothing will come out. And then I'll tilt the car around, move it to the other side, and a bunch of stuff will fall out like that. So it's just stuck in there. Just keeps falling out. But I'm going to do my best. So good news is this is all black, so you're not going to be able to see it. The texture will be there, as you can see. God, that's horrible. Yeah, whatever. You're never going to see the trunk anyway when this is done, because this is all going to be carpeted, covered up, so it doesn't really matter. It is frustrating, though. Like I said, I worked so hard on it, and it does that, but such is life. I'm not going to sand it down and fix it. I just don't care at this point. It's good enough for something that nobody's ever going to see. So, anyway, let me fix that. This stuff has a half-hour cure time on it. And then it's ready to paint. So I'm going to peel all this tape off. You can see it's starting to change color. When it turns this light color, I think that's when it's starting to set up. You can see how light that is up there. So I'm going to peel this tape off here. Alright, let's give you the quick overview before the fumes get me here. So, as you can see, the bottom of the car is done. Again, save for the patch I have to do right here. I think it came out pretty nice. That's the satin black, as you can see. It took about a little over a quart to put 2 coats on here and do the trunk. Quart and a half, maybe, something like that. Came out real good. I don't think I got any runs anywhere in the main part of the car here. I did get some up in these areas up here, as you can see. Just trying to lay it on thick up in those corners there, which is pretty hard to do. Came out pretty sweet though, I would say. What I did to keep the aluminum oxide and crap from getting in everything as I was painting it is I tilted it up like this and I just left it that way instead of flipping it back and forth as I was working on it. And I just got on the ground, basically sprayed up underneath everything there, and hopefully I got everything. I can't really tell right now until I flip it over, and I'm not going to flip it over today. I'm going to let it dry thoroughly before I do that. That was pretty nice. I like it. So that was basically the purpose of my marathon week, was to get that done. I started on what, Monday I guess it was. I'm not even sure anymore. It's been such a blur. Got all of that done. And again, the trunk. Kind of dark, you can't see very well here. This is all done in here too. There's a lot of aluminum oxide in the paint here. It looks really bad in some places, like right in this area here. Sorry, that light is exactly in the wrong spot. I think you can see all that crap in that right there. Does not look good, but I'm glad it's in the trunk and not on the bottom of the car. As far as the bottom of the car is concerned, I think there's really only one spot that you can really see anything. It's on this frame rail right here. And it's not the end of the world. It's got a little cruddy there, but not too bad. And I don't think it really is noticeable anywhere else up inside the leaf spring mounts here. There's some crud up in there. But on the main part of the car everywhere, I didn't get any of that junk. So the rest of it looks good. So, happy November to everybody. I am a very happy dude getting all this done. Thanks for all your support, words of encouragement from everybody. I really appreciate it. The garage does help keep me going on this stuff. The garage gang, all you guys out there. Hopefully I'm providing some motivation to some of you as you've provided motivation to me. Hopefully some of you may have learned something from all of these videos I did over the last week. If not, whatever, I'm glad you guys were watching it and commenting and keeping me going, giving me the kick in the pants I needed to get this done. And that's it. So, oh yeah, one thing. The last video I'd mentioned I was gonna weld this panel in first and then paint it. And I realized I didn't want to do that because that put another one of these deadlines on me that like I had to get that done in the next 7 days, or I'd have to sand everything and reprime it again, and I just didn't want to deal with that. So I got all of this done. It's painted, happy. Now I still have to patch this in. When I patch this in, I'll just sand this stuff off, weld it in, and then just spray around this. It'll probably be obvious where the paint went, but I'm not so worried about it because it's the bottom of the car. The fuel tank goes right there. You're not going to really be able to see it. And on the inside of the car, it's going to be carpeted and everything else. So I think it'll be, you won't be able to tell that I did that after the fact. So that is good. Actually, that does raise one question for you guys, if any of you know. Single stage urethane, how do you blend that? Because you're supposed, if it's been a while, you're supposed to sand it before you paint it. But then, what happens? You can't paint past the point where you sanded, theoretically, and if you don't, then you'll see the sand marks. So I'm not really sure how that works. I don't think you use a blending agent like you do for a clear coat, but maybe you do. I'm not so concerned about it. Like I said, it's the bottom of the car, but it is a question I was pondering about. So if any of you guys know the answer to that, put it in the comments. It'd be appreciated. All right, I gotta get out of here. The fumes are ugly. Take it easy, guys.